It's been a little bit since we've done sort of like a chit chat, get ready with me, I guess. I don't know. I sometimes forget like what videos I've done like right after I've filmed them. And I just spent 15 minutes messing with my camera because my kid came in here one day and after I'd left my camera set up and he messed with a bunch of settings and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't focusing, and that's because the autofocus, he had flipped a switch and I don't even know how to work my own camera. It's like, it's so complicated. I plug in my microphone, I turn it on. As long as the settings don't change, like, I'm fine. But if they change, I don't know how to fix it. So yeah, Oliver's got a birthday party to go to today in about like an hour and 20 minutes actually. So we need to get out of the house in like an hour. So I thought I'd just sit down and just like put my makeup on, talk to you about, you know, stuff that's going on in the world or my life or, you know, whatever, for anybody that's interested or cares, or I don't know. I like watching these. I mean, I like watching people like talk and just be like real, I guess. You know, reviews can get like a lot after a while. It's just like watching review after review. It's just like, sometimes I just want to like sit and just like not be talked to about products, you know? I'm sure you guys feel the same. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I thought I'd talk to you about a couple of skincare things first. So I'm still loving the Free and True Mama Pacha that is in this month's Beauty Heroes box. I use this day and night. I really love it. Like, I was trying to figure out what the scent reminded me of. It kind of smells like soda to me, you know? Not like full-on soda, but it smells like root beer. It smells like root beer. I couldn't remember what the ingredients are in here, but there might be some sort of like root beer-like ingredients. But the rest of the Free and True skincare did show up. My mail guy put my key in somebody else's box, and then I was afraid I wasn't gonna get it because you never know if like someone's gonna steal something around here. But yeah, he managed to put the key back in my box before the other person opened theirs, I guess. And so I do have the rest of the Free and True skincare, so I will be testing that soon. But I'm really loving the body serum and the Mama Pacha that came in this month's Beauty Heroes box a lot. I'm really, really loving them. So if you are interested in that box, I think it is still available until the 20th. I don't even know what day it is anymore. I think it's the 14th. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'll leave that below, and I'll leave the video, or I'll leave the link to my video down below in case you're interested in that. But the way that I'm using that is I do a hydrating serum, then I do like a treatment serum, then I do Mama Pacha, and then I do an oil on top. So I did finish 2 of the hyaluronic serums that I've been using lately, so I did just switch to this one. This is the Monastery Aloe. That is in this month's Box Walla box, or I guess next month. I think it's April's box, I can't remember. And then I have used this, I can't remember if it once or twice. I'm taking it slow because it is a glycolic, and I think she suggests using it once a week to start and then sort of like building it up. I can't remember if I used it once or twice though. Might have been just once, but I loved it. The very first time that I used, well, the only time that I've used it, if I only used it once. My brain, I don't remember things. But I'm really loving this box so far. I've been using this day and night since I ran out of my other 2 hyaluronic serums. I've used this at night at least once, possibly twice. But I'm loving both of these. I love this box. This isn't a review of this box, but I did want to tell you that I have been playing with these, and I will be doing a more formal review for them this month because that's how much I am liking this box. It has been a while since I've sat down and done a Box Walla review, but for this box I do really want to because I do really love these products and want you guys to get your hands on them if it's something that you might be interested in. So beautiful, loving them, seeing great results so far. Yeah, I did want to just talk about those things. So I did use the aloe first, then I used an Amley serum that I'm trying to use up, then I used Mama Pacha, and then I used an oil. I am using the flower and spice oil right now because I'm trying to use that up. I am trying to use up some things that are older that have been sitting around for a little while. So before I get into the rest of my makeup, I am going to do a little bit of a primer. I just have the Alima Pure Smooth and Prime. I'm just going to do this on like my pore area. I'm not going to talk through most of my makeup, but I did want to mention a few things. Oh, I'm not sure where Pugsley is at the moment. I think he's hiding in my closet. So I am gonna let the primer sit for a couple of minutes. And then I can talk to you sort of about what my plan is for my makeup, and then we'll just talk about regular things. There is Big Kitty though. There's Big Kitty, my little old lady. She's 14. 14 this year, and Pugsley is 6 months. He went to the vet a couple of days ago and they weighed him. He's 9 pounds now. It's crazy. I think she's like 14 pounds, so he is like nearly the size of a full-grown cat. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous already. I love my sweater too. It's got like, I don't know if you can see, it sort of looks like funfetti. It's got like different colored threads sort of like mixed into it. It reminds me of like funfetti cake, which now I kind of want to eat funfetti cake, but I also don't want to eat funfetti cake, if you know what I mean. So I have been doing this combo lately and really enjoying, so I did want to show it and share it with you guys. This is the Clove & Hollow Liquid Skin Tint in 4, and then I do mix it with 2 drops of the Live Botanical Brightening Oil, which is in this month's Clean Beauty box, which is still available as well. This oil is great. I've used it on its own too. I've used it on its own a lot. It's got vitamin C and ceramides, and my skin's just really loving it. So I did decide to just, because I'm not using it on my skin right now because I'm trying to use up another oil, I did decide to just sort of mix it in with my foundation, because I did see Sarah, the owner of Clove & Hollow, demo that, and I thought I'd try it, see how it looks. And I prefer to use this with oil than on its own. I don't like the way it looks on my skin on its own. It just sort of like sinks into my skin. It doesn't absorb nicely. It doesn't like look nice, but it looks really nice mixed in with the oil. I think I just like oilier foundations. I'm not like a matte kind of foundation. I just like oilier formulas. And then I am going to use the Clove & Hollow concealers, just since I am using the Clove & Hollow foundation. My old standby bronzer. I've got just a powder I'm trying to use up, the Well People one. I have the Kosas thingy in Jellyfish. Love that. Ilia, if I can find the other one. Ilia Brow and Lash. And then for cheeks and lips, I'm doing the Buff, the Fit Glow Buff on my cheeks, and then the Hurrah, I think this is the Pearl one, as a highlighter. And then I'm gonna use the new Regal Lip Color Serum from Fit Glow. We'll see if that matches. I did bring eyeshadow in here. I'm not sure if I want to do eyeshadow since I am going to like a kid's birthday party, but I thought I could do like a one shadow look with this maybe. We'll see how I feel after I put the rest of my makeup on, because I'm not sure. Okay, so then now that I've let that sit for a minute, I'll show you what I do with the skin tint, and then we'll just like talk about things. So I put a little bit on the back of my hand, probably about that much. I don't really think I need much more than that. And then I do 2 drops of the Live Botanical oil. 1, 2, and then I mix that together on the back of my hand, and it creates like an oilier like foundation. My neighbor across the street is doing house repairs or something, so you might hear tools and noise and whatever else. Then I just put it on all over my face, and I'm gonna use the the Perfecting Buffer from Clove & Hollow, which I do really like this brush as well. And then I just go, I just stroke downwards. And it looks pretty good. I've been liking it. So, the world is crazy, huh? There's a lot of crazy stuff happening right now. They just closed my kids' school. For a while they were saying they didn't think they were gonna close the schools, but then like one school district, I think, closed their schools, and then everybody started closing them. So I think maybe they're just playing it safe or being cautious or something. So Oliver was on spring break this week, so he's been home with me. which is why I only managed to get 1 or 2 videos out this last week, because it's been a lot harder to film with him being home. And then I was also training this week. I'm taking over a process at work, or I guess like taking it back. So I used to do this process a long time ago. Oop, I just poked myself in the eyeball. I used to do this process a long time ago. And then when I went on maternity leave, I trained somebody else to take it over. And then that person left, and so somebody else took it over because I was doing other processes by then. And now they want me to take it back. So I'm training to take it back, which I'm fine with, because I mean, it's kind of a complicated process, and there aren't enough people in my department that can do complicated things, you know, saying that as nicely as I can. But yeah, I'm fine with taking it back. It'll sort of give me some of my month back, because I can really only take vacation like the last week of the month with the way that my schedule is now. But this will free up some like extra days that I can actually take a vacation if I want to. Just because of the way it's like laid out. My work schedule is crazy. So that's what's going on at work. I've been training a lot at work. But yeah, Oliver has been home all week. And now he's going to be home for the foreseeable future. I mean, he's only gone 2.5 hours a day at preschool as it is, so it's not like he's gone for like long periods. It's not like he's gone all day. But it did give me, you know, like the mornings that were slower at work, I could like sit and film a quick video or something. And now when he's home, you know what, I might actually just use this brush. It's a lot harder because I have to like distract him or give him an activity or something, or my husband has to be home. So we'll see what happens on my channel in the next couple of weeks if I can manage to get out any videos. I've got some stuff happening. So I'm gonna post this on Monday. I do have a sponsored video going up on Wednesday. And then I will have one more sponsored video some point this month, I think. I haven't really worked out all the details yet, but I think it's gonna happen before the end of the month. I also wanted to talk about that because I know I've done a little bit of sponsored content lately, like this month especially, there's been quite a bit. But after the 4th video that I'm working on, I don't have anything else on the book, so this is sort of like the end of it. It just all sort of happened to fall in the same month, which I guess it's good because it's sort of like good timing with everything that's going on, because my husband's job is a little bit more uncertain than mine. I work from home anyway, and they're just sort of sending everybody home to work from home, you know, until this blows over. They were saying that people could work from home potentially until like the end of May. So there's that. But like my husband works customer service at Verizon, so he's not set up to work from home. So he's just sort of like at mercy at whatever the building does. Like he doesn't know if they're gonna close. He doesn't know if he's gonna get paid time off. So if something happens and they end up closing the center and he blows through like all of his vacation and sick time that's left, we're gonna be sort of like in trouble. So that's, you know, concerning. So I've started to sort of like prepare for that. You know, I've canceled some subscriptions that we had Oliver on. I had a couple of kid subscriptions that he was on. I did cancel those. I'm probably going to end up pausing his swim lessons, because that's, you know, some money every month that we could save. I actually need to call them after this. He's supposed to have swim class in 5 minutes actually, but with all this stuff going on, I thought it's probably better to just not have him go for a little while. You know, Gilbert, I'm not like freaking out about this whole thing. Like this isn't, I'm not scared. I'm not like one of those people who's like hoarding toilet paper, or I didn't really like even prepare at all for this. Like, we don't have water, we don't have like extra food. I mean, I guess I've sort of been subconsciously preparing for a situation like this because my pantries are always like stocked. But I think that's just because but really what that's about is that I forget that I have things and I just keep buying them. So I've been subconsciously preparing for the apocalypse by forgetting what food I have and just rebuying it. So we've got like lots of lentils, lots of beans. I've got lots of baking things. You know, we have lots of sugar and flour. We've got lots of stuff in the freezer if need be. So, I mean, the only thing that we really don't have a ton of is like shelf-stable like milk. We bought a couple of cartons of shelf-stable milk, almond milk obviously, or you know, nut milk. But I should have bought more, and now with like everybody going crazy at the grocery stores and like the shelves are bare basically, we might be in trouble. I mean, if something happens. I don't know that it will. I don't know, because I don't know what's going on. So that's what the finish of the tint and the concealer looks like. I've been really liking this combo. It's been really nice. So I'm just gonna set that with a little bit of powder because I find that when I put stuff on top of it, it can move if I don't set it. So I'm just using a translucent powder. But yeah, I'm more concerned about what's gonna happen with my husband's job. Oh, and what I was saying is like, I'm not concerned about this whole thing, like, you know, us getting sick and something happened, like we dying or something. Like, I'm not freaking out to that extent. But my husband is immune compromised because of his brain surgeries, the medications he's on. He does get sick a lot more often than we do, and he can get sick, like really sick. He ends up in the hospital. He had food poisoning a couple of years ago, and he got so sick he ended up in the hospital for like a week. You know, it's very easy for him to get out of balance in his hormones, like as salt especially. It's very easy for him to get out of balance if he's sick, which is why he ends up in the hospital. So I'm more concerned with just keeping us healthy so that way we don't get him sick. And that's kind of hard anyway because with him going to work and stuff, so we're trying to minimize what I was saying about his Oliver swim class is just minimizing the amount of kids that he's around. And, you know, with him not being at preschool, that will help because he does get sick quite a bit at preschool because, you know, everybody's bringing their kids to school sick. They don't leave them home. But I guess the good thing about, you know, this situation is this hopefully will give everybody's kids time to get healthy. So they're all healthy and not sick when they go back to school, when they do go back to school. That's the hope anyway. So yeah, I'm not like, we're not, I don't know, like quarantined in the house or anything, but I don't know. I don't know what to think of like all this stuff. Like how much of it is just media hype? How much of it is, you know, really real? How much should we really be afraid? What should we really be preparing for? I don't know. Like I don't want to go to the grocery stores now. Luckily we have some stuff to last us at least like a week, like, you know, fresh foods and whatever. Because like I keep seeing people posting on like Instagram and stuff that their grocery stores are like completely bare, like the vegetables and the fruits are all gone and like everything is gone. So it's like, what happens in a week when we are actually going to need fresh food? Are we gonna have to like fight people for fresh food, like fruits and vegetables and stuff? Because I don't want to do that. I don't want to fight people at the grocery store for food. So I don't know. We haven't been to the grocery store in a couple of days. We did go a couple of days ago because I needed arugula for something, and we ended up just picking up a few things. I picked up some like pasta and pasta sauce. We got a couple of shelf-stable nut milks just to have on hand. We got a couple of things, but I wasn't thinking like we need to stock up. But with how crazy everybody is getting about this, I don't know. Maybe that was the wrong idea. I don't know, but I mean, at least if anything, we've got vitamins, so we're good on vitamins for a while. So at least we'll have, vitamins, if nothing else. You know, I've got a crap ton of lentils and beans that can be cooked. We've got a lot of frozen food. We've got oatmeal. We just recently bought, you know, oatmeal. So, you know, if if we run out of food, if like we go to the grocery store and we can't get any food, at least we have some basic provisions. So anyway, yeah, I'm not like super concerned, but it is going to be interesting the next couple of weeks to like see what happens with my husband's job and what they're going to do with, you know, them. I don't know. But I worry about him staying healthy because, I just dropped my bronzer, because the last thing we need is for him to end up in the hospital again, because he seems to like always end up in the hospital. God, I just love that bronzer. I just love that bronzer. I think I'm gonna do brows first. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I'm gonna link a couple of things below. If you've got kids that are, you know, not going to be in school for a while, there's this thing that somebody posted on Instagram, Other Goose. It's like homeschool. Usually it's you pay per month, but for the next couple of weeks it's going to be free. So I did sign up for that. You know, so I have little activities to do with Oliver because we don't do a ton here. I mean, we play and but I don't do like any sort of like learning stuff here. He really does all that at home or at school. So like he learns letters and all that. I mean, before he went to school, he knew all of his colors. He knew all of his shapes. But since he's been to school, you know, he's learned his numbers and he's starting to learn letters. So we don't do a ton of learning stuff here, but for the next couple of weeks, I mean, it would be a good idea. And I don't know if I go back and forth on homeschool because the kid loves school. He loves being with like other kids. He loves, you know, interacting with other people. He loves learning. And I feel like I can't, I feel like for his personality, he probably would do better in like a traditional school setting, but we'll have to see how it goes, you know, as he gets older. I've talked about that before, but yeah. Doesn't that just look really good? I'm so impressed with that like combination. And definitely powdering it after helps. So. But other than that, there's not a ton going on. I'm just sort of trying to figure out what I want to do with my content. I don't know how to be on Instagram anymore. I feel like I don't belong there. Because I'm just not like a creative type, you know? Like I can make videos and like I can create videos, but like staging photographs and like playing with light, I know nothing about that stuff. And I feel like to be on Instagram, that's like what you, to get, to grow, I guess, like that's what people are looking for. And I feel like maybe like YouTube, it's sort of like the same thing. It's like, how much do people care about what somebody's background is? Or like, do you solely watch somebody based on their personality or like what? Because I do worry about like my background sometimes. I mean, it's like my bed, it's boring, but like this is the only place in my house that has natural light. And I don't really want to film with soft boxes and ring lights and stuff like that because one, that's like an extra investment, and two, I'd have to find a place for that in my house, and three, I don't think it looks as natural as natural light. I prefer natural light, even though it goes in and out. It's not, you know, it's not constant, and it can change, like it can get cooler, it can get warmer, it, you know, can dim in and out, but I like the look of natural light better because that's how you look at people in real life. You know, you're not looking at people under soft boxes all day, and like somebody's makeup in a softbox situation may look better than it does like in natural light or whatever. I just prefer natural light, and I like to film in natural light. And like eventually this is going to become Oliver's room anyway, whenever he's ready to like sleep by himself. He's definitely not ready. He loves to sleep with us. He does not like sleeping alone. And then I mean, I'm gonna have to figure out something then, but I don't even know, where was I going with that? Oh, it's that I'm concerned, or I'm like, not concerned, but like, I don't know, I worry sometimes that my channel just like isn't gonna grow past a certain point because maybe my background is not as interesting as somebody else's who has like, you know, all their makeup in the corner or like a candle going or like pretty decorations or whatever. Like, I don't know, I worry about that kind of stuff. How important is like that to you guys? I mean, obviously if you're here, it's probably not important because you don't care and you watch me anyway, but I don't know. Does background matter? It doesn't matter to me. The only thing I care about is if someone's mic quality and camera quality are good. As long as you're clear and you're not blurry and I can hear you and I don't have to like mess with my volume settings, you know, because some people's mics can get, you know, they're turned down really low. And that's what I hate about mics. I have one of those like mics you plug into the computer that I do voiceovers with. I hate it because the audio gets very low on it and I don't know how to fix it. So I do want to get a new mic for that, which is why I don't do voiceovers very much. But yeah, like as long as somebody's camera quality is good and mic quality is good, like I don't care where you sit, but do other people care about, you know, something interesting happening behind them, like fairy lights or like, you know, I don't know. I don't know, just things I think about. Oh, just things I think about. I think this actually turned out really good today. Kind of surprised. Do I want to do eye makeup? I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to do anything with my eyes today. Whoa. I don't think I'm going to do anything with my eyes today just because I sort of want to keep it simple. If I wasn't going to a kid's birthday party, I might attempt to play with this, but for now, I'm not going to. I'm just gonna do, I brought lip oil and then I also brought this. I'm wondering, I don't know that this is gonna match. I might have to do, we'll try it and we'll see. I'm gonna do mascara first though. This is just the Ilia mascara. So, but other than that, I don't know. I don't think it's like crazy in Arizona right now, but with the schools closing and like people freaking out all across like the nation. I think my husband was telling me that someone told him that there was like a line at Costco a couple of days ago, like out the door, like before it even opened. And then I've seen people post on Instagram about like there being a line around the block to get into like Sam's Club and stuff like that. Like, it's just weird times. I don't know. And like the whole toilet paper hoarding situation. Luckily, we managed to buy like one roll of toilet paper before this whole thing like started. Not one roll of toilet paper, one, what is it? Like a pack, one pack. It has 12 in it. And we got it from Whole Foods. You know, I was seeing all this crazy stuff going on and when we went to Whole Foods that one time, there was still like a whole wall of toilet paper and I was like, oh, it hasn't affected Whole Foods. But then the next time we went, it was all gone. I was like, well, look, we got it just in time. Before everybody went crazy and like bought all the toilet paper. I'm not one of those like stockpilers. I don't have like a doomsday kit or anything. Though I guess in some sort of situations you probably should. Oh, speaking of Ilia, since I am using the Ilia mascara, I did get the skin tint. They did finally send me a package. So I'll probably play with that. Maybe I'll do another one of these get ready with me things next week with the skin tint, because I haven't played with it yet. And it might be kind of fun to like do it. A first impressions. Because again, I know people like it, but I haven't, I still haven't watched anybody's videos on it because, I mean, I like to form my own opinions. Okay, this is Regal from Ficla. We'll see if this matches. And then after this, I gotta figure out our lunch situation. I think this is cute. It's not super purple, but it's a little bit purple. But it's not so purple that it's like, you know, unwearable. So that's the new Fit Glow Lip Serum in Regal. I think it matches pretty well with Buff, which is what the cheek product that I used today was Fit Glow Buff, which I love. I'm super obsessed with Fit Glow Buff. You know what I should do this month is I should do a favorites video. I haven't done one of those in a while. What I was saying before too is what I kind of wanted to mention is or like talk about was I have done quite a few sponsored videos as of recently. I did 2 for Skylar. I have 1 coming on Wednesday. I have 1 coming after that for something else, for a different company entirely. But like I was saying, with my husband's job being so unstable, it's actually good that those things came in, even though I don't have anything planned. I don't have anything on the books like after that. And, you know, with everybody else being so like afraid, I guess, of what's going on and like stockpiling for their own family and, you know, whatever other preparing you guys are doing, you know, affiliate sales are like definitely, affiliate stuff is definitely down. So like, it's good that these things came in this month. So we have sort of like something set aside in case something happens with my husband's job, because we don't live so much paycheck to paycheck, but if he is out of work for like weeks at a time, it is going to get concerning and like things could get sort of crazy. But that's why I started to sort of prepare. Like Oliver was on some subscriptions. I have him set up with some like kid subscriptions that I took him off of for the time being. I am going to call his swim place and probably cancel that for a while, or like put it on pause. You know, we can always pause Hulu and Netflix, and I don't think we can pause Amazon Prime, but because I think you pay like a year in advance for that or something. But there are, you know, things that we can do to sort of like prepare financially in case something were to happen. So, you know, even though I don't usually use like my blogger money for bills, if something happens with my husband's job, I might have to. So it's like, while I know that people are probably like, oh my God, you're doing a lot of sponsored videos this month. So I know I usually don't like talk about stuff like that, but with everything going on, it's just like, I'm glad that those sponsored opportunities came in when they did. And hopefully there might be more, because I know that people aren't doing like a ton of shopping. So at this juncture, like with things being so uncertain with my husband's job, like that might be the only way that I don't know, make any extra money for a while, is like sponsored opportunities. So maybe I'm gonna have to go look for some. I don't know. Because I don't usually do a ton, because what have I done? Like over the lifetime of my channel, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5. I don't know, I gotta figure something out. Make sure we can pay the bills, but all of those combined, all of the ones that I am doing, like just to put into perspective how much like it actually is, it doesn't cover like a mortgage payment. So all 4 of the sponsorships that I'm going to do this month combined will not cover a mortgage payment. So it's still not a lot, but it is helpful, like, you know, to pay for groceries or like a utility bill or something, you know what I mean? So while I'm not freaking out, I'm like trying to do stuff financially to help us if we are in a situation, because that's more what I'm concerned about than, you know, like this being like an apocalyptic situation and like all of our food is gone and water's turned off and all that stuff. I'm not really worried about that. It's more just like the financial aspect of it, like making sure we can pay our bills, making sure the mortgage stays up to date, you know, making sure our electricity doesn't get shut off or our water gets shut off or whatever. So it's trying to save in like little ways and, you know, cutting back. And if you're going to prepare, I think that is definitely a better way to prepare than going to Costco and hoarding, you know, 5 giant things of toilet paper or whatever. Like, I mean, definitely food is important in making sure that if you're in like a quarantine situation, you have a stockpile of something. But preparing financially is definitely, I think, like a more serious thing that people should be doing. You know, making sure, you know, cutting off things that you don't need for a while, cable, and maybe downgrading your internet package for a while, you know, getting rid of Hulu, getting rid of Netflix, selling things. I mean, that's definitely one thing that I'm going to start looking at here is, you know, maybe selling some diapers, selling some books, figuring out something to help, you know, raise some extra cash, because I don't want to be put in a position where we're in trouble and Oliver's crying, so I'm gonna go. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I don't know, let's just chat in the comments, I guess. And I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope everyone's healthy. I hope everyone is staying safe. I hope you guys are preparing in the way that you guys think that you should be preparing, but I don't know. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.